Okay, and now we're back. There we go. It took a moment. It seemed, oh no, and now I'm going back down again. All right, and we seem to be stable for now. Good minds working on it. Back at the mothership have got us back online. And here we go. It is now 12-4. Eric Smith has scored, and they hit a couple of threes. Eric Smith, with 6 seconds left in the first, is going to dribble it. No, it's not off his foot. They're going to say it was last touched by Partlow of Thunder Basin. Just playing there, inbound to Aiden Kelly with 4 seconds. He's going to shoot a long three, no good, off the side iron. And we are at a break. So as we go to the second, it has been all Thunderbolts, 12-4 over the Riverton Wolverines. We will be right back with the second quarter here on Y Today at KTAK.
Seasons with Northern Arapahoe Propane and Solid Waste. Proudly rooted in the local community, supporting Fremont County year-round. Your preferred supplier serving enrolled and non-enrolled members. For more information, call 307-463-4185.
Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton makes your pizza to order. Order online at papamurphys.com or in store. Delicious, fresh-made pizza just the way you want it. Papa Murphy's is a proud supporter of our local Fremont County student athletes.
Exploding at 200 miles per hour. Airbags pack a punch. Until age 13, stay buckled up in the back seat. Buckle up, Wyoming. It's the law.
And welcome back. It's 12-4 in favor of the Bolts from Thunder Basin. I think we've got everything kind of squared away now. Inbound will be by the Thunder Basin Bolts. They get it in to Gibson Williams. Williams to Partlow up top of the key. Partlow looking to drive. Has to dish out to Gibson Williams. Hands off to New. New will look to drive in and dishes underneath to Luchin and blocked by Malachi Smith. Eric Smith will come away with it after the block by his brother. Drives in, now comes out to Aiden Kelly. It is the starting five from today, which has New and Smith. It's Smith, Kelly, Monroe, Cox, and Malachi Smith. And we're going to get an offensive foul by Cox, an illegal screen. That'll be the first foul, second foul on him. It will be the team first of the second quarter, however. Looking to drive in is Gibson Williams and just lost his positioning, and reaching for him was Monroe. That is Brandon Monroe's first. Team second of the second quarter comes lickety-split quick. Inbound is towards half court to Wagner. He drives in, tries to go through Kelly, and Kelly's going to foul him. He's trying to block him / take a charge, but he did not have position. Kelly's first. It will send Wagner to the line to shoot two. And he misses the first. Second one on its way, rims out, and Kelly gets the rebound. Kelly looking to come up, and it was tipped, so they all want a double dribble. They Eric Smith on the side for a wide open three, air ball by it. And away comes Thunder Basin on a break. They lose control of it momentarily, finally get control of it. dish it out to Gibson Williams for three. He misses. Rebound is by Riverton. Eric Smith bringing it across the timeline. Gets underneath to Cox. Cox goes up, lays it up, and in. (12-6), 6:17 left, and Riverton's going to get a beneficial call as the Bolts are going to walk there. Coming in is Birchfield as well as Torrin Williams for the Bolts. For Riverton, it will remain everybody the same, except Cox will come out for Garrett Jackson. Eric Smith getting away with a little bit of a push-off. Goes to Hernandez. Hernandez dishes out to an open look by Jackson. Three is good! And just like that, the lead has been cut down to 12-9. Looking to drive in, little 15-foot jumper is no good by Williams. Rebound by Malachi Smith, gets it to his brother. Eric back to Malachi. Over on the side to Jackson. Jackson to Hernandez. Hernandez to Kelly. Kelly out to Smith on the left corner. Back up top to Hernandez. Hernandez looking to go up and over to Malachi. He does, puts it up, and one for Malachi Smith. (12-11) now. Riverton has come storming back after being down 12-4 at the end of the first quarter. Malachi with a chance to tie the ball game here from the free throw line. It is on its way, and it's too hard, no good. So still 12-11, 5:18 left in the first half. Gibson to Lutjen. Lutjen dribbles across top of the key, goes off to the side for, I can't see who, but he walked nonetheless. And they called it, it was New actually, who gets called for the walk. This is the first turnover of the day against the Thunderbolts, against the Bolts. Inbound, we have Bo Anderson now in as well. He's going to be the recipient of the pass that crosses the timeline from Josiah Hernandez. Anderson to Hernandez, back to Anderson, goes all the way in, lays it up, no good. Malachi Smith with a chance to rebound, just couldn't control it. And they're not going to give you that call, Aiden. And they're going to get him with a... Aiden was trying to draw the charge, and they just didn't get him enough, so he got a warning for the flop. That's legitimate. I cannot find fault there because it was definitely a flop. Inbound will be by the Bolts, and they're going to throw it into the backcourt. And, well, duh, you can do that. I don't know why I sounded shocked. New brings it over, goes to Lutjen. Back up top to Birchfield. Birchfield drives in, puts it up, and good. That's a nice little way to hang in the air by Birchfield of the Bolts, and it's 14-11. Hernandez to Malachi Smith, up to go wide open. Garrett Jackson, he can't complete it. Bo Anderson with the putback, good. And we're a one-point game again. Pace starting to quicken maybe a tad. Hands off to New. New's going to step back and launch a three. Good. That's just cold-blooded right there because Aiden was on him. So now 17-13. They get to Kelly. Kelly's going to try and answer. He does from downtown. So back to one-pointer. This is starting to get good now. Blake Gantbine looking to check in. Looks like Clay Sheet, excuse me. I'm going to call him Ty probably half a dozen times. Driving in, Gibson Williams, rebound by Smith. Gets it to Hernandez. Hernandez going to his left. Loses control of it for a second, but gets it to Bo Anderson somehow. Bo drives in and gives Riverton the 18-17. Every team needs a good Bo Anderson type player. Great attitude, great hustle. Going to drive in on the baseline is Gully, and they're going to call hold. Let's see who against. Well, it's Bo Anderson. That kind of comes with the package. So, fourth foul. So next one will be free throws, and there's 3:03 left here in the half. Riverton just now taking their first lead. Looking to check in, Brandon Monroe. He comes in for Malachi. He comes in for Josiah, and Gantenbein will come in for Malachi Smith. And we had someone else go out. We had Clay Sheets come in as well, as did Trenton Weber. And on a drive after the inbound, we're going to have a foul called on Brandon Monroe. That's his second. And it's going to send somebody to the line. Let's see who. It's going to be New. We're going to try and get the stats right for when we were fixing things. We do apologize about technical difficulties. New is 64%. He's the worst free throw shooter, like I said, long ago when we first started doing the pregame show. Aiden Kelly's going to come out for Eric Smith. We are tied 18-18 here in the second quarter, 2:57 to go. And the second one's missed, so we'll remain tied. Clay Sheets with the rebound. Gets it to Eric Smith. Smith looking to drive. Might have gotten away with a little push off, but hits from 15. Dagger. Riverton with their biggest lead of the day by 2. 2018, swinging around is the Bolts. Back up top to Lucian. Lucian gets it. Or they're going to swing it around. New's going to eye up a 3. Good. Bolts retake the lead. And on the trying to set up the press, it's going to go out of bounds after the inbounds. It's going to go off of Lucian, so it'll remain with Riverton. And now here with the press, you might worry a bit. A lot of young guys, and a bad pass by Monroe, but Clay Sheets able to get to it. And a beautiful pass to catch Monroe on lead like a quarterback would. Of course, the wide receiver would do it. Monroe is trapped. He gets it to Trenton Weber, out to Eric Smith, to Blake Gantenbein. Gantenbein for 3, no good. Weber with the rebound. Gets it to Clay Sheets for 3, no good. Rebound by Gantenbein again, up and one! Riverton retake this fourth lead change or tie, or fifth, excuse me, that we've had. Gantenbein to the line, makes it. He now has at least 3. We'll get the stats right, like I said. 23-21. To Partlow on the wing. Now up top to Gully. Gully going to swing it. They get to New up top. Now going underneath. And we get a 3-second violation for a turnover. Minute 39. Riverton with the basketball and a 2-point lead. Looking to have their largest lead of the day if they can convert anything here. Eric Smith being trapped, and he's going to turn it over as he tried to get Clay Sheets, and it's going to lead to an easy layup for number 10, Burtsfield. And we are tied again. Clay Sheets is going to throw a bad pass. He had to, though, because he was about to walk. And then as Partlow brings it up after that steal, that's steal number 6 of the day, it's going to be a foul against Eric Smith, who reached. Be his first, team 6th, though, so Partlow will go to the line, where Partlow is an excellent free throw shooter at 76%. Although they really haven't done well at it today. Partlow takes a couple dribbles on its way to break the tie. He misses. He's now 0 of 3 on the day. Second one on its way, and it's good. It does break the tie. (24-23), minute 11 left. Weber to Anderson, cross court to Eric Smith, who breaks the 10-second line, gets it Gambine for three, no good. Rebound by Riverton. Get it to Bo Anderson. Bo Anderson's going to get called for a charge every day on that one. And that's exactly what they call. It'll be his second. Be team seventh. Of course, that doesn't go to the free throw line as being an offensive foul. But he ducked the shoulder, extended the arm. But that's what you get with him. He's going to play 110%. And Birchfield is worse for wear as he will come out of the game holding his lower back. Bo did what Bo can do. Bring it up across center court. You're going to swing it, dribble in by Gibson Williams. He's going to have to hand it off. Now it's going to cross over, now back out to Wagner. Wagner drives in and just gets it stolen right out from him by Blake Gantenbein. Eric Smith with it. It's going to bring it over to the timeline. Going to his right. He stopped, gets to Malachi. Malachi looking to spin back in. Fade away from 15, no good. And with 15 seconds left in the half, it looks like Thunder Basin is going to hold for the last shot. It's in the hands of Gibson Williams with 7 seconds. Eric Smith harassing him. They get it open for a three, and it's good by New. So at the end of the first half, it is 27-23 in favor of the Bolts. We will be right back with the United States Marine Corps halftime show here in just a few minutes on WYO Today and KTAK.
40 years, Porter's Mountain View Supply has been serving central Wyoming with top brand name spas, stoves, fireplaces, and outdoor grills. With 2 locations in Riverton and Casper Plus financing available for your purchase, Porter's offers expert advice, quality products, and service along with maintenance. Porter's, your local spa, stove, and fireplace provider in Riverton at the corner of Sunset and North Federal.
Shoshone Rose Casino and Hotel is proud to support youth sports in Fremont County. Enjoy a meal at the Deca Gai He restaurant. Deca Gai He is Shoshone for the eating house. Open daily from 7:30 a.m. until 9 p.m. Try a weekend getaway with the family in one of their comfortable, pet-friendly guest rooms and enjoy the heated swimming pool. Book online at ShoshoneRose.com and remember to support Fremont County youth sports. Go team!
Snyder Signature Properties would like to give a huge shout out to the local sports of Fremont County. They are here to support your team and your local home real estate needs. Call today to see how Snyder Signature Properties can help you buy and sell your next property. Good luck to all Fremont County athletes.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Don't leave your future up in the air. Always wear a seatbelt and reduce your risk of death of serious injury in a crash by almost 50%. Buckle up, Wyoming.
Stay at the newly renovated Hampton Inn & Suites Riverton, proud sponsor of all sports teams, home and away. Experience the perfect blend of comfort and convenience with Hampton's top-notch amenities, including a free hot breakfast, complimentary dinner and drinks Monday through Thursday evenings, a sweet shop for snacks and essentials, a pet-friendly environment and an indoor hot tub pool, and a fitness center to keep up with your workout routine. We've got everything you need for an exceptional stay. Reserve your stay now on our website, Hampton Inn & Suites Riverton, where comfort meets convenience.
And we interrupt you with breaking news live from the Pepsi Wild Cherry aisle. Carol, can you hear us?
Steve, I've never seen anything like this. The bold, refreshing, and bursting with cherry deliciousness of Pepsi Wild Cherry is, well, let's just say everyone is getting wild.
Getting wild?
That's right, Steve. There's dancing, binge-watching, and is that a slip and slide? They're really putting the wild in Pepsi Wild Cherry, and this on-the-scene reporter can't wait to pop, lock, and drop it.
Pepsi Wild Cherry. Go ahead. Get wild.
Take the next step in higher education at Central Wyoming College. Offering 2- and 4-year degree programs in a variety of fields, Central Wyoming College in Riverton is transforming lives and strengthening communities through learning, leadership, and connection.
Living well isn't just about things. It's about the things that matter. Your family, your friends, and your health. For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health and care of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, in advanced medical technologies, and in specialized facilities, so access to better care is close to you and the things that matter most. Sage West Healthcare. Be well, live well. That's why we're here.
We believe.
And welcome to the United States Marine Corps halftime show here on WIO Today at 93.9 KTAK. At the half, it is the Thunder Basin Bolts 27. The Riverton Wolverines are at 23. Gave up a last-second 3 to New of Thunder Basin, hence the 4-point deficit as we'll go into the third. As we look at the Ranger stat book, pretty balanced scoring from both teams, a lot of people involved. Leading all scorer is Burtsfield for Thunder Basin. As we went to the official book, found out what we missed during our technical difficulties. He has 10. New has 7. Lucien, Eisenhower, Whipf, and Carver Partlow each have 3. And then with 2 each are Lucien and Gibson Williams. For Riverton, you don't get a whole lot more balanced scoring than this unless you're identical. Eric Smith, Malachi Smith, and Bo Anderson all have 4. Gantenbein, Jackson, and Kelly have 3. And Ryan Cox has 2. Riverton was outscored 12-4 in the first quarter. Outscored the Thunder Basin Bolts, though, 19-15, and here we are at 27-23. A reminder that the rest of the day's schedule is real simple. Once we wrap up here, which I'm guessing will be somewhere around the time period of, say, about, I don't even know if it'll last that long. I mean, we got through that one pretty quick. Even with the foul situation, it's a pretty fast-moving game so far. But in theory, around 3:30, then we got about a 3-hour break, and then we'll come back at 6:30, probably about 6:15 with the Hampton Inn Suites pregame show, as the Lady Wolverines will take on Cheyenne South, and they will be followed by this team here. So that's a tight turnaround. For the guys especially. Kind of weird because we had that JV situation occur. So Central will be playing next. Evidently, I'm guessing it's their JV team, and they'll play tonight. Their varsity will here at Central. First time being here. The hosts are great as far as being at Central during this one. We're usually at East, South, and Story Gym. And it's been a pleasure being here at South. We've enjoyed ourselves. So we want to thank the United States Marine Corps, the few, the proud, the many, for sponsoring this halftime show. And we will be right back with the third period. Riverton trails by 4 with half to go on KTAK and WIO Today.
chance, including us. Hi, I'm Brian Robacher, CEO of Atlantic City Federal Credit Union. And if we said no to you in the past, I'm asking you for a second chance too. In the midst of everything happening, we are committed now more than ever to second chances and when it comes to your finances. An auto loan for your new car, business loans, home loans, and more. Give Atlantic City Federal Credit Union a second chance to give you a second chance. We've been helping our community thrive since 1964, and now it's your turn. Visit AtlanticCity.coop to apply today. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union, federally insured by the NCUA.
For a place, a people, an idea, for right and freedom, for liberty and justice for all. For every square inch between fruited plains and spacious skies. Marines fight to win. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
Welcome back. Third quarter will start in about 45 seconds. Riverton looking for their second victory of the year. And if it can go this way, I will amend my Ranger keys to the game. If you can have balanced scoring from the guards, everybody with, 6 to 10 points out of Aiden Kelly, Eric Smith, or 2 or 3 of them. Monroe, Hernandez, whatnot. So it's going to start out the ball. We're going to have the third quarter with Luchin, New, Gibson Williams, Partlow, and it looks like Wagner. For Riverton, it'll be doing the same thing. Cox, Malachi Smith, Eric Smith, Aiden Kelly, and Brandon Monroe. Eric Smith on the inbounds, and Cox is going to go underneath, and we're going to get jump ball, as Cox can't control it as they're trying to go to the high post. And that means you give up the possession right away. So, again, Aiden Kelly, Monroe, Eric Smith, Malachi Smith, and Cox are your Wolverines. Bringing it up is New. He's going to look for Gibson Williams, who drives in. Stolen away by Aiden Kelly, though. Kelly loses control of it, gets his dribble back. Gets it slapped away this time, gets his dribble back, and goes to Malachi Smith on the right wing. Malachi looking to drive, drives high post, and he's going to get called for a travel. One thing I didn't mention during the pregame show, or during the halftime show, is 6 turnovers for Riverton. Well, 5.5, and 4 for Thunder Basin. Now, or 3 for Thunder Basin. They've each added 1, so now 6 and 4 so far. 7:19 to go, 4-point lead. Looking to drive in the paint. They kick out to Partlow for 3. No good. Rebound is by Riverton. And Riverton gets it to Eric Smith after a dive for a loose ball as it was slapped away. Eric Smith to Malachi Smith on the wing. Malachi goes all the way out top to Aiden Kelly. Kelly back to Smith. Eric Smith, that is. Smith to Cox. Cox around 3-point line, gets it to Monroe. Out to Malachi Smith at top of the key again. Back to Eric Smith. And Eric Smith is going to draw a little bit of a hand-checking foul by Lutjen. It'll be his second, team first of the third quarter. Kelly will look to inbound, does so to Monroe. Monroe to Cox on the high block. Looking to kick it out to Eric Smith, but gets stolen away. And then stolen right back by Ryan Cox. Smith, long 3, no good. Rebound by Thunder Basin. They're going to kick around, and it's going to give guys in front of me, refs in front of me. They get it into the post. Williams puts it up. And good. First 2 points of the half for either team. 29-23, 6-point game. Aiden Kelly runs in, puts a little finger roll, a little dipsy-do there, and it is no good. Rebound by the Bolts, and they'll rush in and get a block called on Eric Smith. So against Second. Team first, his second. Going to the line will be New. Shooting 2. First one is no good. Now, this is the funny part. The girls' team couldn't buy free throws statistically, and they were lights out today. The boys' team, very solid, and they're having a hard time. The Thunder Basin Bolts are, so good news for Riverton. And this one, he just barely avoided a whistle. He just barely drew front iron. Rebound was by Monroe, excuse me. No, it was by Josiah Hernandez. I was right there. And he got it up to Jackson, who's checked in. Unfortunately, Jackson's going to travel before he actually dribbles. So it'll be the 7th turnover of the day against Riverton. 5:40 to go, 6-point deficit. They get to Partlow on the wing. He drives in, lays it up, no good. Got his own rebound. Shot was affected by Malachi and puts it up, no good. Rebound this time by Malachi. And Riverton will look to set up in the half court. Jackson with it on the left side, about 30 feet away from the basket on the far side. Goes cross court to Hernandez. He's looking to get it to Eric Smith, and it's going to be deflected out of bounds by Thunder Basin. Ryan Cox is going to come in now from Malachi Smith. Inbound is Kelly, wide open for 3. Oh, you got to have that. You want to have that if you're Kelly and if you're Coach Sheets. They left him wide open, which is a mistake against Aiden, and it leads to a fast break. 3 shot by Wagner, no good. Rebound by Riverton, and it's going to go off of Josiah Hernandez on an outlet pass and out of bounds, so it'll go back over. Clay Sheets coming in now for Aiden Kelly. So you've got Smith, Hernandez, Cox, Jackson, and Sheets. Bringing it up is Zero. Zero's going to dish it off to a guy whose number I can't read, but he's going to drive in and put it up. That is Gully. And it's now back out to an 8-point lead. Quickly bringing it up. Hernandez with it. And he's going to throw it away again. He's going to throw it away. And quickly we have 10 turnovers. It looks like Bo Anderson now coming in. And Riverton has got to find an answer. They first quarter, they didn't really score a whole lot. Third quarter, and we're almost halfway through it. They only have 3 total shots up, and they've made none of them. So setting up the half-court offense, they're going to look for a quick 3 from Gibson Williams, and it's good. He now has 7 on the day, and it's now the largest lead, I think, of the day, 34-23. Outlet pass by Eric Smith for Clay Sheets is going to go off of Clay. Really just seemingly have grown exponentially in the past 30 to 45 seconds, as has the lead. 12-point lead, or 11-point lead, excuse me. Ball, they're looking to get Gibson Williams looking to drive, and I think we're going to get a hold here. That's what we're going to get, and that's Bo Anderson. That is his third. Team second, excuse me. So he's going to have to come out now. Malachi's going to come in. Coming in as well. He's going to come in for Garrett Jackson. Inbound is Partlow, who then hands it back to Gully. Gully gets it to Gibson for a 3, no good. Rebound by Partlow. He's going to get it to New for 3, no good. And on the rebound, we're going to have a whistle. Let's see what it's going to be. They're just going to say it was out of bounds off of Thunder Basin. Brought over to timeline. Blake Gantenbein now with it. Gantenbein over to Sheets. Sheets for 3. Good! Clay Sheets. First points of the day for him. Gets it down to an 8-point game. They're going to swing it wide open, Gibson Lewis, and he answers the three. Just the rotation got behind there, defensive rotation. 37-26, back to an 11-point lead. Eric Smith's going to look to drive down after he crosses the timeline. I think they're going to get Sorensen for a foul. They do. It's his first, team second of the quarter. 3:18 to go, 11-point lead. Inbound is to Sheets. Sheets gets it to Eric Smith. Eric Smith looking to drive, gets cut off, goes to Gantenbein, top of the key. Gantenbein looking to drive in, loses control, gets out to Eric Smith. Now to Malachi, now to Sheets, another look at three. Airballs it from the corner. Rebound by Thunder Basin. They bring it up, they get a wide open look for Birchfield, and it's good. He now has 13. And we have a timeout on the floor. Let's see how long it's gonna be. It's gonna be a full timeout by Coach Sheets. And so we'll take it right now. 2:44 left in the third. It is 40-26. Bolts on top. We'll be right back on 93.9 KTAK and WYO Today.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey. Detailing done different can protect your vehicle with S-Tech's Action Series, Carbon or Smart Series ceramic tint, plus premium ceramic coatings for maximum UV and heat protection. All backed by a lifetime warranty. Expect expert detailing to make any ride look brand new. Call 307-851-5158 today. Detailing done different.
And welcome back. Coach Sheets has starters back in with the exception of Monroe. Gantenbein's still in, gives him a little more height. And Gantenbein's going to throw it away. Good thought to get it to Cox as they pass it up. Smith to Kelly, Kelly to Gantenbein. Gantenbein was looking to get inside. Drive and put up by Williams. He misses the two, and it's a 2-on-1. Malachi Smith puts it up and one. Malachi Smith now with 6. That's his first shot of the second half. He'll go to the line, shoot a free throw. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Trying to get this lead back to 11, and he swishes that one. So it's now back down to 11. 2:18 left in the quarter. You're sure that Riverton would love to get this under 8, 10 or 8, and it's going to be taken away. We're going to have on a pass to Gantenbein. Gantenbein's going to walk. Coming back in, we knew he's going to come in for Sorensen. Gully coming back in as well. Inbound is to Gibson Williams. Hands it off to New. New at 30 feet away from the basket. Finds Gibson. He drives in, gets cut off by Eric Smith, and they rotate it around, and the defensive rotation just can't catch up, and Birchfield hits another three. The rotation, defensive rotation, just is not able to keep up with the passing of Thunder Basin. Monroe, who's checked back in, drives in, puts up a 2, good. Monroe's first 2 of the day. Back to now a 12-point lead with a minute and a half left, and they're going to shoot another 3. And Malachi Smith gets the rebound. I think they're going to say that New maybe undercut him, maybe. See what they get. Nope, they're going to say Eisenhower pushed him. That's Brandon Monroe. That's his third, team third. Inbound is to Gibson Williams. He's going to drive in, put it up, no good. And the rebound's going to go out of bounds off of Riverton. And Josiah Hernandez will come in for Monroe. Inbound by Thunder Basin. Cross court, they get it to Gibson. Gibson Williams, that is. Now, another cross court to New. New will look to drive in, and we're going to get a foul against somebody for Riverton. So look, going to go against 33. That is Malachi. That's his second. Team 4, so they'll be shooting free throws the next minute and 5 seconds if we foul again. New looking to inbound. Gets it in to Williams. Williams going to throw it to nobody. Well, to me, actually. But so turnover against Thunder Basin. It is Jackson, Hernandez, Kelly, Smith, and Smith for Riverton. They get to Malachi on the wing. Malachi to Kelly up top. 45 seconds left. Kelly looking to drive in. Gets it to Hernandez on the baseline. He'll drive underneath. Up and good. Hernandez with his first points of the night. And it's now a 10-point game. And Kelly just went for the... Oh, and a block by Jackson. Kelly went for the steal. Jackson with the block. Kelly now looking to break. Takes it all the way up and just threw it up, expecting the foul. 23 seconds left. Malachi got the rebound. He's going to come in with a little baby hook. No good. And they're going to get him for over the back. Kelly wanted the foul. He just kind of threw it up there to try and get it. And then Smith with another offensive rebound after that first one gets called for a foul. And because it's over the back, that is going to be shooting. And so it was a loose ball foul. Checking in now will be Wagner for Thunder Basin. And Trapped gets it to Jackson with 8 seconds left. Long pass to Eric Smith. Eric Smith nicely, and just too hard. 2 seconds left, 1 second left, and he's not going to get it off. Oh, it was a nice move by Eric Smith and just laid it up a little bit too hard. So as we go to the fourth, it is 44-33 in favor of Thunder Basin. They outscored us 17-10 in that quarter. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter here on Wild Today at 93.9 KTAK.
Blodorn Lumber is proud to support youth sports. Experience the Blodorn difference. Quality products, design, delivery, and expert service. Blodorn Lumber, 1202 North Federal in Riverton. Blodorn Lumber.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
Community Health.
And welcome back to Wild Today at 93.9 KTAK. It's coverage of Riverton High School athletics. It is 8 minutes till the end of regulation. Riverton down 11. They are going to have to outscore Thunder Basin significantly here to get back in this game. They keep making little runs or making little strides, but then they just get answered. Thunder Basin, great three-point shooting team. It's going to be Kelly, Smith, Cox, Smith, and Monroe starting out, and it's stolen away on a pass into the paint, and a layup is put in on the fast break by Lutjen. And they're going to steal it as they're trying to bring it over again. And they're going to look to break, and we're going to get a foul, I think, against Brandon Monroe. They'll send Luchin to the line. And it is number 15, Monroe. That's his fourth. Team first of the fourth quarter. And things not starting out kind of like you'd like them to. And Luchin just nails the first one. And it's up to a 14-point lead. We're getting into dangerous territory, the biggest lead of the game. Hernandez is going to come in for Monroe. Next one on its way, no good. Rebound by Cox. And Hernandez picks up his dribble. Gets it to Kelly. Kelly hands it to Eric Smith. Smith, oh, a lovely crossover. Can he finish it? He does for three. Pulls him within 11. Looking to drive in. Now they've got it out to New. New looks to drive in. Smith able to get a hand on it, but Thunder Basin able to keep it. And it's going to go out of bounds. They're going to say off of Riverton. And unfortunately, you saw right there in the screen, Malachi Smith kind of come off hopping. Don't know if he kind of tweaked his ankle a little bit, but he looks all right. Inbound, Wagner with it up top, and they're going to look for Gibson for three, and he's good. Every single time they're able to answer, and it's 50-36. They get to Eric Smith, and he's going to bring it all the way down the baseline until he's finally cut off by Partlow. There's a mismatch in the paint there, and Eric Smith's going to throw it away. Just out of the reach of Aiden Kelly. Bo Anderson will come in for Kelly now. Also coming in will be Clay Sheets. Inbound is to Gibson Williams. And, oh, Ryan. Screen was set, and Ryan Cox, that's the football player in him. Nearly ran the guy over. It's his third. Team second for Riverton. Inbound is going to be to Gibson Williams again, and they're going to swing it, find an open look at three, and it's going to go out of bounds on the rebound attempt. That was, I think, New. Yes, it was. New with the three attempt, and it goes out of bounds. And Ryan Cox on that box out had no real intent, and it's stolen away, but Anderson was trying to feed it. And we're going to get another shove. And I think it's against Bo Anderson. If it is, it's his fourth. It is his fourth. Team third. And I mean, this team's just Ryan Cox on that box out had no intention of getting a rebound. He was just boxing out because he can legally box out and use his physicality. It's been a frustrating day as far as the defense, the turnovers, and the be able. And Malachi Smith with a huge block as Wagner drove in, but they get it right back to Partlow. He misses as well. And rebound comes away to Malachi Smith. Eric Smith trying to split a trap, gets it to Clay Sheets, open look at three, no good. He's able to tip it to Hernandez on the rebound though. Hernandez will drive and he gets fouled. Blake Gambine's gonna come in. Foul is against Luchin. That's his of the fourth quarter. Hernandez with free throws leaves the first one short. Hernandez misses the second one. It was a little too strong off the back of iron. Way comes the Bolts with the rebound. 5.5 minutes to go, 14-point lead. They try to get it Partlow. He fumbles it, but he runs over and grabs it. Gibson Williams drives in, and he finds an open look for three from New. New now with 10, and it's a 17-point lead, and they're going to get a steal again. Long, ill-advised pass. Swinging it around. They're going to get it to New again. He's going to shoot the three. Good. And it's a 20-point lead now, 56-36. And there's going to be a foul as they're trying to get Malachi Smith. It's going to go against Birchfield. That was just well away from the basket. There's no real reason, but Thunder Basin plays a very intense defense. So inbound by Eric Smith to Aiden Kelly. He's up at half-court area. Gets it to Hernandez. To Malachi at the free throw line. He dishes out, and Kelly hits the three, but I think they're going to get Malachi Smith with a charge as he kept going in. That's exactly what they're going to get. That's his fourth, team fourth. Ryan Cox will come in for him. And they're going to drive in. They're going to drive into the paint. They're going to put it up and one. So in a quarter, let's see here. That gives him 16 points now for Gibson Williams. Foul is against number 11, Aiden Kelly. It's his second, team fifth. So they'll be shooting free throws the rest of the way. Where they had to outscore them, they have not done so, to say the least. Free throw is up and good, so it's now 59-36. Aiden Kelly now with it in the half court. They've kind of faded out of the intense full court pressure, still picking up though, and playing very tight half court. Goes to Gantenbein on the right. Gantenbein looking to drive, gets stuck. Looks to go inside, turnover number 17. They get it up, and you know what they're looking for, and he's open. Gibson Williams was open for three. He misses. Smith with it to Hernandez, who has an open look at three. No good. Rebound by Thunder Basin. And kicked by Aiden Kelly as they were looking to break off the missed three. Kelly did a good job of staying between himself and the basket and got a foot. A foot on the ball, better than allowing just ridiculousness. So Peyton Stevenson now coming in. River White Plume as well. Trying to see who all we got in there. And it's going to be inbounded. A lot of different people in for them as well. And just like that, they throw the curve. Birchfield now with 19 as he hits the three. 62-36. So you've got Trent Weber, River White Plume. This may be the first time he's been able to suit up for varsity this year. Peyton Stevens and Kelly, who's going to hit from the corner as they swung it around. Kelly hits the three. He now has 6. Little crossover mover, and oh, you hear the crowd. That's all I'll say. As Carver Patlow did crossover, dropped our guy, and then hit the three. Even up by this much, they still are answering every single three we hit. Kelly with it. Kelly looking to drive. Stops at the elbow, leans in, puts it up, no good. And it's going to go out of bounds. So they're going to say last touch. So they're going to say it was partially blocked. So now clearing of the benches to some extent. Clay Sheets comes back in. Eric Smith back in. Eric Smith did start, but I think the rest of the bench may be in foul trouble. Inbound is to Weber. He kicks it to Sheets, who then gets out to Eric Smith. Smith, the white plume, back to Eric Smith. Eric Smith, a long three, grazes iron and falls away and go out of bounds off of Thunder Basin. Inbound is to Peyton Williams. After that bounce, and Peyton's going to get fouled. They're going to call the foul on Torrin Williams. That should be his first. Team third. I don't think he's played. No, it's his second. Excuse me. I missed something where I guess he played earlier. Sheets looking to inbound. Not getting a whole lot of help, but gets it to White Plume, who shoots a three. No good. And rebounds by Thunder Basin. They'll look to move in a hurry, and they're going to shoot a three. No good by Gully. Rebound is by Torrin Williams. He puts up, partially blocked, but still went in. 67-39. Almost gone up to a 28-point deficit. They swing it around. Weber for three. No good. Peyton Stevens with the rebound. Gets it to White Plume. To Sheets for three. No good. Goes out of bounds. No, there's going to be a foul, actually. They're going to say that's against Torrin Williams. That's his third. Team fourth. River White Plume to inbound. Gets into Trenton Weber. Weber has to just throw it out because he was tied up and didn't want to travel. Gets it to Sheets, who then goes to Eric Smith. Minute 23 left. To River White Plume on the left wing. Back out to Eric Smith. Eric looking to drive in at the elbow and gets it taken away from him. And on the break, put up, no and one, but foul's going to be against Eric Smith. It's going to send Gully to the line. That is the third against Eric Smith. And now you're just resting guys. If a guy's in foul trouble, you don't want him to foul out, I'm guessing. But also, you've got to turn around and play South tonight. This game has been out of reach for a few minutes. So they'll get ready to play at 8 tonight. Girls preceding it on KTAK at 6:30. And Gully misses the first but makes the second. 68-39. 1:03 left. Sheets brings it over the timeline off a pass from Weber. We're under a minute. Sheets to Weber. Weber looks to drive in, lays it up and good. That was a nice little move there, Trenton. 68-41, 45 seconds left. And we're going to get a foul looking to trap. It's going to go against Eric Smith. He now has 4. Unfortunately, of course, they are over the limit. So it will send number 5, Torrin Williams, to the line, looking for points 3 and 4. First one on the way, hit all sorts of iron, but then rolled in. What good free throw shooting teams usually get. They just didn't get them for 2.5 quarters. Second one on its way is good. 70-41, 38 seconds left. Eric Williams brings it over on the near side, gets it to Peyton Stevens, who can't control it, and it goes out of bounds for turnover number 19. Brought over the court. Central fans getting ready for Central, I think JV versus Natrona County JV. Thunder Basin with it now. 19 seconds left. They get Torrin, who then gets it to Gully. Gully to 14. He's going to shoot a 3. No good. He's having fun. That's Whips. And with 5 seconds left, Eric Smith will bring it up. He'll shoot a 3. No good. Stevenson will get the rebound but can't get it up in time. So your final here, 70-41 in favor of the Thunder Basin Bolts. We'll be right back with the Click It or Ticket postgame show here on Wild Today and KTAK.
Across Fremont County, ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, community health centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Dos Solitos is proud to support Fremont County sports teams. Enjoy bold Mexican flavors that'll have your taste buds shouting, "Olé!" Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for updates on events and food truck locations.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube, oil, and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
And welcome back to the Click It or Ticket postgame show. We're joined by our Papa Murphy's player of the game, Eric Smith. Eric, got your first start today. How'd that feel? What was different going through your head?
Hard. And, yeah, it wasn't really much pressure for me.
Well, you did come out and play really hard. It seemed to be the Thunder Basin Bolts defense seemed to be pretty frustrating for all of you out there. What do you see as something that y'all want to work on? And granted, right now all you're thinking about is get some water, get some food, and play again in about 4 hours.
Yeah.
So how do you condition yourself for that, or do the coaches take care of that?
Just effort. You know, we got to come out with effort. You know, we always start out flat. You know, it almost looks like we just got off the bus sometimes. So, I mean, we come out with effort, and we'll be in a pretty good position every game.
What's it like being able to play with your big brother?
Amazing. I love that guy, man. We grew up together, and just seeing his growth and where he's came from, it just makes me so happy to play with him.
And I promise I didn't pick y'all because I saw you wearing a Georgia hoodie one day. As a Georgia grad, I appreciated that, especially out here in Wyoming. So, you know, it's been one of those things that Bo Sheets is very strict on his rotation. He's very big. A lot of fouls tonight required you to do a lot of, let's always say, a little extra heavy lifting. What's an area of your game that you'd like to improve on?
Just taking care of the ball, you know, not freaking out. I didn't get much experience for varsity, so just coming out, taking care of the ball, and put our team in a good position to win.
All right, well, we won't keep you any longer than that because we know you got to get some food in you, get some calories in you, and we have to do the same. We have to turn around. I'll ask you as a player, I'll ask Coach this too. One last question is, with the kind of non-traditional route this schedule went, where normally the JV players would get an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes off because the girls would be playing. Did that play any role in tonight, or are you just not going to make the excuse?
I mean, for me, I mean, there's no excuse. You know, we came out flat. It might have something to do with it, but
I'll make it for you.
yeah. We just got to play harder, man. We just got to play harder.
Well, we want to thank our Papa Murphy's player game, Eric Smith, for joining us. We'll be right back with the rest of the Click It or Ticket postgame show here on Wild Today and KTAK. B&M Septic and Excavation offers prompt professional service. Call them today for a quote at 850-2200. They serve far and wide across Fremont County and deep. B&M Septic and Excavation is proud to support Fremont County sports. And welcome back to the Click It or Ticket postgame show. We're joined by Coach Sheets. Coach Sheets, I'll give you the floor. It was the second quarter, y'all came storming back, and then what did you see as team as far as what was missing at halftime or what missed in the second half?
We only have a certain amount of time, so that's going to be tough. We just play in spurts. You know, we don't do anything very consistently well throughout the game, and so when you play in spurts against good teams, your weaknesses show up. And so I felt like we started off slow, we didn't do a bad job defensively. They didn't score very much, but we can't score 4, for a significant amount to start the game and hope to be in it. But then they came charging back. We took the lead. Kind of gave them, when somebody's shooting well, you give them open shots and they keep shooting well. I just felt like we just didn't do very well defensively, taking away anything that they wanted to do. So defensively, we got a lot to work on. They're a good shooting team. A typical Gillette team that spaces you out, drive and kick, and then drive and lay it in. So, they warmed up there in the second half, and and multiple guys are hitting shots. They've got some good scorers, and so that's a pretty good offensive team that they've got.
One of the things, and Eric didn't take the bait, I put it out there, but do you think as a coach that the kind of non-traditional schedule of having your JV boys and a lot of them starting in that game, in fact, all of us here called the first 2 minutes of that game.
Yeah, that's fun.
How much do you think that affected any legs or anything like that, especially of your bench players?
No, I mean, I don't think they did the same thing. So, their players have the same game we had. It's not like they had a different schedule. And sometimes it's fun to get warmed up. You're warm from that game. You don't. Sometimes the JV guys have to sit for an hour and a half, between the other game and then they play. So, I don't know. I mean, we could, I'm sure, look at some analytics on it, but to me, they had the same game we had, and they did pretty well with it.
So now you have, because I was talking with the Thunder Basin broadcaster.
Yep.
We have the unenviable cat. Well, y'all do. I just get to sit there and talk.
Me too. That's all I do.
We get to turn around and play in. We've done this before, but I don't know if we've ever done it this quick.
Sure.
And change locations at the same time.
Yep.
What do you go through? Because, of course, you want to get them hydrated. You want to get some calories in them.
Yep,
I'm sure.
for sure.
But how do you mix all that in with 3.5 hours roughly to play with?
Yeah, it's we don't play till 8 with the varsity guys, but the JV guys will play a lot sooner than that. They've only got 2 hours until they play here in a minute. But it's basketball. They want to play. So you get games. It's not like you have to. You get to play games. So that's what we talked about. Whether we take advantage of that or not, we'll see tonight.
So is there anything you as a coach can make as far as you were talking about defense earlier?
Yep.
Defensive changes in that short of time period?
No, I mean, obviously there's not a lot you can change, but I think we know what we got to do. I mean, as far as communicating, playing with a little better effort, just playing, a little bit tougher. I felt like they were more the aggressive team than we were. We kind of let them dictate terms, and so, when you're getting pressed and they're more physical than you are, and we had 15 turnovers at halftime. So to be down 4 and have 15 turnovers at half was a pretty good spot to be in, and then we proceeded to, kind of lay down in the second half. So that I don't know. I mean, there's a lot as a program coaching and playing we got to fix, and so hopefully we have a little better showing tonight.
All right, well, we'll see you there. We want to thank Coach Sheets for joining us. We'll be right back with the conclusion here on KTAK Ohio Today.
The staff and board of the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft, or showed livestock, thanks for all your efforts. Stay tuned for a bigger and better Fremont County Fair next year.
And welcome back to Ohio Today's coverage of Riverton High School basketball on the Click It or Ticket postgame show. We're going to quickly wrap things up. Our Gatorade Good Sport of the game. Like I said, in the girls' game, I give this for effort as well. And I just can't help myself. It's Bo Anderson yet again. Kid brings a certain level of energy, and it can be a plug-and-play model. Unfortunately, as you heard Coach Sheets say, it wasn't necessarily tonight as far as the energy in the second half. But we get to turn around. The boys' game will play roughly in about 4.5 hours. Girls tip off at 6:30, so the guys got a real tight turnaround. The JV will be at the Aux Gym if you're coming into town and listening to this at South. So we'll be headed over to South next, and we'll kick off probably about 6:15 if everything's on time. Right now, quite honestly, everything has been on time. So at least here at this location at Central, can't speak for the others. So we'll be headed out to South here in just a few minutes. We want to thank Leanne Sanderson, who will be our board op tonight, probably is now, and Rusty Harris, who was earlier for us. And when we come back, it will be time at 6:15 for the Hampton Inn Suites pregame show. We're going to pack up, me and cameraman Connor, and we're going to jet across town and maybe catch something to eat on our way. For Kevin Shields and cameraman Connor, this has been another presentation of Riverton High School Athletics on 93.9 KTAK and WYO Today.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the space.
Agents or visit LanderGambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
Good news, DUI crashes and deaths are falling in Fremont County.
We're doing better, but even one death on our roads from impaired driving, we take personally.
We started the Fremont County DUI Task Force 2 years ago because we're losing too many friends, family members, and community members to impaired driving.
So we've joined forces to work together to find and stop impaired drivers in Fremont County, wherever they are.
And we're making an impact, but we need your help.
If your summer activities involve alcohol, plan ahead and make good choices.
Drink responsibly, designate a sober driver, or call Safe Ride.
And don't let your friends drive impaired either, even if you have to take their keys and find them a safe ride home.
Let's all look out for each other and keep everybody safe. Remember,
don't risk it. Drive sober.